We are going live, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Ja, jawohl.
yeah. Enough of the speaking German and talking about how there's inferior races, Nick.
Hey,
Let's
welcome
get
to
on
the
to the
after chat,
actual
yeah.
after chat.
Yeah. This is where we talk about the Nigers
The Nigers.
from Nigeria Falls.
Oh yeah, Nigeria
Nigerian.
Falls. Yeah. How they should all be. How they all should be shipped up north.
Also, is Nick frozen? Oh no, there he is. Nick,
That's
you
right
were
here.
so freaking still. I thought you were literally
Shit.
crashed.
He's the petrified man.
Yeah, Jesus.
Like,
Nick.
I can't sit still right now.
Wow, Nick,
There's no chunks.
Nick Stiffies. I've actually got the Panda beer, but
Sparkle Smooth?
I can't drink because I think Nick might want to do a beer
Ooh,
analysis on it.
Sparkle's sexy.
Oh, the
That's
Panda beer? Yeah, I was.
No.
That's why I was getting you to send you a can because I want to do that for beer analysis.
Yeah,
Where's
one
the
that's on
chunks?
its way to you, Nick. Hopefully,
Oh,
break.
You want to do that for?
Oh,
that means
I'll pay you back for that tomorrow. I get paid.
I don't want to buy another can of that beer, Nick. Damn it!
Panda? You don't want the Panda rape beer?
I don't. It raped my taste buds in all the wrong ways.
Well, to be fair, you don't.
Well, actually, whoa! What's there's the
Do
right
a
ways to
review.
rape? That's no.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry.
probably not.
Sorry, Redbeard,
Yeah,
you
feel
did not like the.
No.
No, okay, yeah.
No.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't for me either.
It was the first can in a while to get flung across the kitchen.
So what is like unique about this Panda beer?
I think they were actually making fun of the fact that Sparkle Puff had so many chunks in it, so they actually made an extra chunky beer.
It's
Oh,
made
really?
with mine wasn't chunky at all, but it's made with bamboo leaves or some weird shit like that. Like
Pandan,
yeah, sorry.
P-A-N-D-A-N.
It's I don't know. It makes it imparts a really really weird flavor.
It was like a cupcake inspired IPA.
Whatever it's pastry inspired.
Yeah, it was too sweet for me. There's too many weird flavors going on. It just wasn't my jam.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I know you guys are like, Greg, what could you possibly follow up a Double Tempest with? And luckily, I have a beer that's even better than Double Tempest. It's a Bose Lego Tread.
Ah,
Jesus Christ.
You sadist.
And
Oh, trade sadist.
that's just fantastic.
That was some like serious letdown right there, Greg. My God.
no, this is you shut up. This is the liquid ambrosia of champions. Is what it is.
What better beer to waste on a ruined palate than a
Mhm.
Lego Tread?
That's right, Lego Tread. Then if I manage to stay awake after this beer, I've still got a Bose Session IPA, which will also probably be fantastic.
Why don't you try the newest Bose lagered NyQuil? That'll be
Oh, wow.
awesome.
Lagered NyQuil.
That sounds amazing. Actually.
Sounds better than the fucking Lego Tread.
100% organic.
Wonder if Chris could physics some NyQuil.
He probably already has. Let's face it. He said some of those long lonely nights in the hot tub when the girlfriend's not around. Like I was gonna put some NyQuil and some fucking booze into a fucking blender and physics it. And
I actually
See what happens.
randomly when
So
the
guess
physics
what I'm drinking?
something by Trailway potentially.
Maybe,
Definitely.
but it's not an IPA.
What? They make something?
They make something other than IPA.
What is
In
it?
this case, I'm drinking a Candlepin Kolsch.
I was gonna say if it's a fucking pale ale, I'm gonna slap you through the screen.
No, I mean, like, I suppose this is akin to drinking the Lego Tread like Greg is drinking,
Yeah.
but this is like one of the best Kolsch's I've had, like from a craft brewery.
That's probably because you've only had two. Because aside from fucking Cayman Kettle, who makes a fucking Kolsch?
Bose, what do you think Lug Tread is?
Is that considered a Kolsch?
Lug Tread, it's a
Yes.
Kolsch.
Oh, there's Chris.
Yeah.
Great, Chris. How much did you pay for your physics, and does it only operate on battery power?
He bought it for
only
dirt
battery.
cheap.
It is only battery operated, and I bought it for I think it was 110 at the time at Canadian
Okay.
Tire.
I was randomly when that comment came up in the thing. I looked it up, and I guess the one they have now operates on two batteries or USB power, and and they have a bunch of different color options now. And I think it's like one Canadian, like 160 or so.
Dude,
Okay.
Chris, wasn't there a story behind that where you were able to buy one and then you returned it and you got a new one, or you got it like cheaper or some shit?
And I want to say like that
Um,
product I think was on Shark Tank, and when they had it on Shark Tank, they had 2 different sizes. It seems like they don't have the bigger size anymore, which makes you sad.
They do. Yeah, they do actually have they're supposed to have a growler size one.
It's not on the website anywhere. All they have is the small one. That's why.
Yeah, there was something going on with that, Ash. I can't remember the whole thing, what happened with Canadian Tire, but I ended up getting money back for it. I think it went on sale after or some shit. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
Then I ended up getting it back.
I don't know.
Garrett
why.
Gilbert in the chat says cheers after best before drinkers, and he's saying drinking Nickelbrook's Glory and Gold.
Oh, that's their new cuvee.
Oh,
Really?
It's the Cuvee.
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 Is it the same cuvee? They just renamed it, or
I don't know.
because they've always had their that's one of the wax top, the one that you thought it was earlier.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I thought it was. Yeah.
Everyone's always rebranding shit. It's probably the same thing.
yeah.
Huh.
I'm
Wow.
still drinking the same beer. I'm still drinking this Rat Queen, and I can't fucking stop. I don't want it to end, so I'm just
Just-
sipping on it.
Just enjoying
I'm
it.
not even kidding.
Just like lap it up, like just like touch your tongue to it a little bit. It'll last a lot longer.
Mhm.
What Ashley's saying right now is he wants to see your tongue in the
No,
glass.
not at all.
Add some gelatin so it congeals and make a vagina out of it. You can just actually have your way with it.
He wants
It's
to
so
see
good.
you
I
naked
actually,
on the leather.
Wow. that
Actually,
was-
I got PJ to try some, and she was like, "Nope,
Oh, really? She didn't like it.
Wow.
not a fan."
And it's like, well, more for me. Later, bitch.
See, I
Right?
remember from last year from sampling like some different barley wines and whatnot that Amy really took to the style quite a bit. So when you took me off there, Nick, I brought it upstairs, and Amy's like, "Oh my, oh, this is so good." She's like, "There's lots of raisins in that."
Ah.
I'm like, "Yep."
See, there must be a potential, like when you're married or you've got like a really serious girlfriend, where like there's a mixing of finances there, where there's like shared finances. It's like, ooh, I really like this. Well, yeah, then maybe the beer budget's going to expand a
It's
teeny
gonna-
bit.
It's gonna explode a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a barley wine person. Actually, she likes dark stouts as well. So dark stouts, fucking strong
As
stouts.
opposed to the white stouts,
Yeah, no, I meant to say like strong, like a high.
totally
ABV.
not racist.
Hey, you know what?
I love-
But speaking of random Bose beers, they haven't made a great one in a while. The Tom Green Summer Stout, not bad for a white stout kind of thing.
Is that the one with his face on it?
Yeah, they
His
did
face
like
is on all of them.
it had
aren't they?
a cocoa bean, a really strong like cocoa flavor. It was actually quite tasty.
So I had the first Tom Green beer, which was the milk stout or whatever, and
That was all right.
it was all right. It
And
was
then they
fine.
made I think a cherry version or something.
Yes, with
Which was
no
which
cherry
was-
in it.
That was okay. It was okay. And then the summer one, that was the first time I ever was like, it's a stout, but it's clear. What the hell? And when you drank it, it actually tasted like a stout. It was pretty impressive the way they brewed it, I have to say. However they did that. It was cool.
It's amazing how they made that stout taste like a stout.
It was a white
Yeah.
stout though, man. Come on. You burn it out. Such an asshole.
I know, right? This is how I do.
So
You do
Red,
well, you do well.
did you end up enjoying your beer, Red?
Overall, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like again, like it wasn't. I haven't had enough of the style to really like appreciate it. I want to say because there was like somebody like you or Matt or pretty much anybody else here. I feel like would probably maybe appreciate the beer a bit more than me.
I don't think
But-
I would be able to. I mean, I don't know that there's a style for that beer you had. It was more or less.
Again, like it tastes a lot like. Well, what does it say? It was a fruited. It's a barrel aged wild ale.
And you were
Like
saying it was like kind of Flanders reddish.
That's the overall impression I got. It was kind of like a Flanders red, like that sour, fruity kind of.
Yeah.
And again, that the raspberry vinaigrette kind of flavor that was in there.
Mhm.
See,
But-
I get that flavor note from like a Rodenbach Grand Cru,
Yeah.
and I totally get what you're getting
That's
at.
what I mean. Is that not
It was
is that not Flanders red?
Yeah. Well, I
Kinda, yeah.
Okay,
Like-
that's what comes to my head. That's what I was basically. That's like the beer I was speaking of when I said Flanders Red. If I'm not right, then I apologize.
It's another one of those styles that like no one really knows about, and it's not well defined anymore.
It's a
and
big, it's
That
a
makes
big
sense.
question mark.
yeah.
It's like New Ontario making a new
Honestly,
IPA
that-
that's on hazy.
Honestly, that's like almost every style now. It's just like, oh, here's our IPA. Well, it doesn't taste like an IPA or a pale ale. No, it's our IPA. Well, fuck me. I guess I don't know what IPAs taste like anymore. Whatever.
What does an IPA taste like?
Like there is like I'll give you like every style has
Right.
a bit of a range you can go through, but if you make something that's completely out of that range and call it that, that's when like I'm gonna call a little bit of bullshit if I review your beer.
I mean,
kind of thing.
Moosehead fucking peppermint IPA. What the
I haven't
fuck?
tried that. It hasn't
fuck was
appeared yet.
that?
I want to try it. I want to try it.
You don't want to try it.
I want to try it.
Nick,
It's not
was
that
it an
good.
IPA?
No,
Did it have? Oh wait, did you have it as well, Lee?
Okay,
I had it. Yeah, I've
had
got
it.
I've got the review in the can. I haven't.
Okay, what are
posted
we
it.
talking about?
Moosehead's
Lee drank a
peppermint
fucking
IPA.
mint beer.
Yeah, I tried the mint beer. Yeah,
Oh boy.
I would call it, yeah, like a more traditional kind of pine forward IPA, but the peppermint just bizarre.
Yeah, it's
Pine-
At least
Pine
it wasn't as
ferment?
bad as like Bud Light Lime Mojito. But I mean, it worked more than that. But it came off very like, well, the peppermint, very earthy, kind of pine forward, kind of IPA, kind of like. Some people might like it. I could see people liking it. But
yeah, but it's such a weird gimmick beer, though. It really is.
yes,
totally.
exactly.
It's just one of these things where it's like, oh, we've got our Moosehead fucking small batch series now. What kind of weird bullshit can we think of to release for 2 months, and then it goes on the fucking goes on the fucking clearance shelf in the NSLC? Oh,
I would say
okay.
that this is a better choice for a small batch beer from Moosehead.
A roast
Oh,
beer.
smoked
The rope
lager.
beer. I mean,
Again.
it made. I've been drinking a lot of this shit. I love
But
this.
but the question is it as good as the one made by Sydenham?
Does it taste like chili?
I would say this is not as good as like Auction Curla, but Auction Curla is fucking rare too around here.
I never heard of that.
It's like the classic rope beer.
From whom?
Auction Curla.
Auction Clorla, yeah.
That's the brewery.
Rope beer Marzen.
I never heard of that brewery.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah,
You know what
Got
I'm
it.
talking about.
Like
you,
if
you
you
East
you
Coast
look up-
boys and your Newfie slang.
no, you look up
you've
smoked
seen it
beer.
before. You've seen it before, Red. You just can't pronounce it. 'cause,
Yeah,
like,
Yeah, this is
Really?
traditional. This is traditional Teutonic German
What's
Nazi
the Nick?
fucking beer. from the
Spell,
old
spell.
land.
Okay, there we go. I was gonna say spell.
Yeah,
for
see,
me. Just
here it is, right here. This is it listed at the LCBO. Like where
Yep.
can you get where?
I may have seen that.
you
Maybe.
totally
Oh, it's
seen it.
beautiful.
I don't know. I don't know if I've seen
Beautiful.
that. I've seen a lot of different
So,
beers.
now
I
you
don't
can
have-
actually take a look
Absolutely
at-
beautiful. It's
it and
bacon
fucking
in the
look
glass. It's so good.
They used to have that a lot at my local LCBO, and then I was like, "Stop supporting the Nazis." And then they're like, "Okay, we're gonna pull that from the shelves."
Yeah,
We
well,
got called
this is-
out.
This is a beer that actually I think somebody brought me back a can of it or a bottle of it from Ontario. I've had it twice. I got one at Bishop's Cellar in Halifax, and I got one. I think somebody sent me one that was living in Ontario. I can't remember who.
lovely beer. Lovely
yeah.
beer.
Okay. have
It's
one in
a
your cellar
damn
right
good
now.
beer. It's like it's the archetype of a rope beer to me,
Bacon in the glass, baby. It's so good.
pretty much. I
But
mean, it's
In
not
a
so
glass.
it's not so smoky that it's like smoked fish or herring or something like that.
No,
It's
it's
Smoked
just
fish.
nicely smoky rope. Like, yeah, it's really nice.
Now,
I would-
what,
you
what
can
kind
find
of
Have you
Yeah,
had a beer that's like smoked fish or herring?
I've had beers that have approached that.
That's wow. I've never had anything that.
I had an imperial stout from Iceland once. It was like Oversholt lava, I think. It wasn't in Ontario once. In fact, that's where my bottle came from. My buddy Jesse got
Because some beers like they get so smoked that they start to taste like kipper snacks.
yeah.
Weird. I don't know what. I don't even-
I'll be back for breakfast.
I don't even know what a kipper snack is, but I'm going to take your word on that one.
Okay, well,
I believe you.
Yeah, if you go to your local grocery store and you look into like the tuna section, salmon section, canned fish, whatever, you'll find kipper snacks, which are
yeah.
basically just smoked fish. Basically, is what it is.
just grab it and just eat it.
Oh, well, like almost like a can of sardines, but not sardines.
Yeah, not sardines. Yeah,
Yeah.
Way better than sardines. Way better than sardines.
Old V. Schult Brewery from Iceland. I've had this beer before. Jesse Heistel Mighty on my channel brought some back.
Smoked Imperial Stout.
Yeah.
I wonder what kind of
Yeah.
wood they use to smoke it. Do they say? Is it like just like generic beech wood, or they use something a little bit more exciting?
It's called lava. They should use lava.
Well, I mean,
finest achievement of modern Icelandic brewing is top of class smoked imperial stout, which hits the beer well as your palate like a volcanic eruption.
I'm assuming beechwood, but I mean,
Probably. Yeah.
but I mean,
Maybe they use lava.
Usually it's beechwood, but yeah,
Can you smoke something with lava?
No. I don't.
Are you sure?
Maybe you could.
Maybe if you set it up right, you could, but I don't know what kind of.
That sounds
like a
super.
sulfur.
That'd be a hell of a
Sounds like
brewery. A
yeah.
brewery with a flow of lava going through it that they just utilize for shit. Imagine that. Imagine that.
Here's the thing: that sounds like a terrible idea because,
Oh, no, it is. It's the worst idea ever. But it'd be cool.
It's like gases, like toxic gases. So it's you
Methane.
wouldn't want to smoke anything with that.
So maybe,
And you would have to-
maybe that's what gave the fish flavor, those weird toxic gases.
Oh God!
No, and
Maybe drinking that beer took 10 years off your life.
And I mean, you would have to keep the lava hot because that cools really quick if you separate
you
it
need
from
a
the actual
constant-
fucking volcano.
You need an actual like constant flow of lava, which is pretty much not a thing unless you live in like in Iceland somewhere. I imagine there might be somewhere because there's a lot of volcanic. I don't know
Yeah, but
Hawaii there.
It's still
It's diverting lava and making your own personal flow is not something you can really do unless you're playing
it's not
a
feasible.
certain video game.
Certainly
Yeah,
isn't recommended.
It's not feasible. It's just stupid. Thing is, yeah, it's probably beechwood. I imagine like that's just kind of the cheapest go-to thing. And I mean, you can get a lot of flavor out of beechwood if you do it right. Like it's not Budweiser saying, "Oh, we got our beechwood matured beer," or whatever, where they bleach the fuck out of the wood, and it's
We
just
know
a
of no
thing for the
beer that
yeast
costs so much to
the
produce.
culture on, right? But yeah. I mean, I think
maybe they light the wood on fire with lava.
Well, no, I mean, I think the Oxshrinklara or whatever that's beechwood, right? That they use for that.
I think so.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of good smoked beers.
I wonder what would happen if they used like mesquite to smoke them all.
I've never had a good smoked beer ever. I can't think of anything right now that I've had that's actually been a smoked beer or a smoked flavored beer that I actually enjoy. I don't think it's a style that I really gravitate towards.
You might want to look into like
What's the Polish style?
Like I said, anytime you see one you haven't tried, grab it and try it anyway, because that's how I roll with beers like that.
Might want to look into like Scotch ales that are smoked. I can't think of any like examples off the top of my head, but usually when you have like a Scotch ale or a wee heavy that's like kind of smoked, generally. Remember the one Pump House used to do, Nick?
What's that? Scotch ale from Pump House?
Yeah, their Scotch ale, which was like slightly smoky.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was actually legit smoked, but it tasted like it was.
When I think of the Scotch ale from Pump House, I don't really think of it as a legit Scotch ale, but it was good.
Yeah.
How about that Scotch ale we had at the bottle show? What was that from? Rochenbach or Rodenbach? What was the fuck the name of that brewery?
It wasn't Rodenbach, a Scotch ale.
There was
Rodenbach.
fucking
Sorry, the pepper ale. What was that fucking brewery that we?
Syndaham.
Syndaham.
wow.
That's what you're talking about. Yeah,
I completely.
How the fuck did you fuck that up?
that's.
seriously.
We've only talked about that beer 1,000 times.
Yeah, I know.
I don't even think that's a real brewery anymore.
Okay, Chris.
I don't think it was.
Greg, are you wearing one of those things to like open your nails with passion?
Yes, I was wondering when somebody would make fun of me for this. So
No, I'm not. They actually work.
this is
Yeah, they do.
This is
Yeah?
Ralphie recommended for those of you guys who follow Ralphie on YouTube, who's a big whiskey reviewer. I'm trying to get all the bouquet and flavor out of this Lego tread. So yes, I am wearing a Breathe Right nose strip, which opens up my nasal passages and allows me to really enjoy the full flavor of this wonderful beer I'm having right now.
That's
Only
for
Greg.
sure.
Only Greg.
Okay, Chris, this is for you.
So good.
Grodziskie is a historical style of beer from Poland that is typically made from oak smoked wheat malt. Beer can be
Great.
described as having a clear, light golden color, high carbonation, low alcohol content, low to moderate levels of hot bitterness, and a
What's it
strong It's a Grodziskie. Grodziskie. Yeah.
That sounds really good.
Okay.
Sounds like a session smoked beer. Like that. That
So-
sounds.
It sounds like a
Fucking
session
great.
bacon sandwich.
It's the beer of your people, Chris.
Like that. That sounds. That sounds like.
That's awesome.
Is it,
Like, you
is
should
it
like it.
instant bacon? Because that's my people now.
No, you're an abortion to your people with that shit. That sounds like that beer sounds like the ultimate barbecue beer. Like, oh, have this light beer that's smoked that can be like a nice little sort of contributor to the already barbecue food you're having. That sounds amazing. Like, and you could drink it all fucking day because it's obviously like a low alcohol. Like, it's probably like akin to like an English mild or something like that.
And then you pair the beer to the local cuisine. So with like a Polish cuisine, what are like some like the staple, like I say pierogi, but it's probably not Polish.
Pierogies, cabbage rolls. You're looking at kapusta. Oh my god, there's a whole bunch.
So it's all
And
stuff
actually,
that
it would probably pair well with pierogi for sure. with
exactly right.
Good too.
Yeah, it's really cabbage and pierogies. That's all you people eat.
You ever had a Gołąbki, Chris? They're pretty
Polish
tasty.
sausage too. Polish sausage.
Gołąbki. Oh yeah, kielbasa for sure.
Oh, kielbasa.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No,
Hey,
not so
Red,
much
are
kielbasa, I
you
got
done
you.
hitting your microphone? Because that wasn't annoying at all.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was making noise, man. I apologize. You should let me know. I was actually randomly like trying to adjust the stand, and I keep trying new positions for it, trying to make it like
Yeah.
I want to be off camera, but still like close to my face, kind of thing.
Yeah, no one cares what your picture looks like, and you sounded fine beforehand. You didn't need to have to do any adjustments at all.
sorry. No, it's just
Like-
it was kind of in my way the way it was before. And
I'll be honest.
sorry.
There were times earlier when I looked at your screen and it looked like there was like somebody's arm, like sticking on the side. Like I'm like, who's there with you, Red? Like you got
right here, but
Yeah,
I just
guess it's hanging
assumed one of the hookers you killed. Like it's
Yeah,
just
it's
it's fine. It's fine.
next time I will mute. I apologize for that. I'm sorry.
Well, no, don't. Then we can't make funny jokes about how terrible you are with this whole audio video thing. Like, I mean,
I'm trying,
that's-
man. I keep trying to get there. I'm trying to get there.
Yeah.
Well, watch like a little bit. You wouldn't watch a whole one. It's like 5 hours long, and that would probably kill you. But you know, a small section of a live stream, and like I've got that worked out pretty well. The audio visual stuff. I'm pretty proud of that.
Okay.
But yeah, you know, yeah.
How many people are like looking down in the corner at you and not looking at the video game you're playing though?
I don't know. Probably not many. Well,
There you go.
like for random reactions and stuff, I imagine their eyes at least glance down there for a second. That's enough. It's enough for me. You know.
Eric
Makes me feel
Gilbert.
validated.
Eric Gilbert says he wishes the LCBO would bring in the whole Ocht line and the beer for free labor.
And what is this? Raftman Peated Ale is shit. Oh, is that
Yeah,
by
that
is that Unibrew or something like that?
That's
or,
Unibrew. Yeah, that one's not good.
I've had that one. I wasn't a huge fan.
I mean, it's not terrible, but it's just like weak sauce kind of thing.
That's not bad too. Here, read that one. I feel like you'll be able to make more fun of this than me.
You know what the sad part is that this what is the alcohol? 5.2% Lego Tread is burning my throat more than the Double Tempest did. So that tells you.
it's the carbonation.
That tells you. Well, yeah, it is the carbonation.
That's
but
carbonation. That Kuhnen's or Kuhnehans or whatever is like.
Kunallahan.
I'm just gonna pronounce it Kuhnen's. It had such a, like,
I've always heard Coonahans.
Just
But I don't
pronounce it Cure.
Like
Whatever.
Coonahans is basically the way it's spelt on that bottle.
it had this like viscosity to it, and it like coated the palate like so nicely. It was like it felt like it should have been like high body, but it actually wasn't. It drank medium, but it just coated the palate so well. Such a good beer. Oh shit.
So is every other beer you're gonna drink tonight, you're gonna have like a little bit of a taint of that because of the mouth coating?
Yeah,
It's still in there?
it's like nothing. I would like. I went to the fridge and I was like, oh, there I have a Rochefort there, and I have
Every beer you
Yeah.
have tonight without even trying is a cuvee. Because it's cuvieing in your mouth with those flavors that are right there.
yeah, pretty much. So I just
Yeah.
ended up with this. But
Eric
nothing
Gilbert
really-
says, drink your damn smoke beer and eat your double smoked kielbasa, then get back to building my fucking tanks. I did not see that comment coming.
Say what?
did not,
Did Poland build a lot of tanks?
Eat your double
I'm pretty sure they did.
Say
I didn't know
what?
that.
I mean, they were the first to get invaded.
The Polish, yeah, the Polish had tanks.
Well, I guess, yeah, well, no. Did they
The
defend? Like,
Polish
they-
didn't really have tanks. The Polish
they
were
had,
fighting
like-
the
they had, like,
Nazis with
horses, pretty
horses.
The Nazis, like I
Yeah, they
imagine,
were
the
horses.
Nazis came in, took over all their infrastructure, and started building tanks. What I'm assuming.
Mhm. To eventually fight the Russians, which didn't go very well.
I would imagine that we had the ability to make a lot of.
I can
Molotov
reference far too many
cocktails, but
Sabaton
then we were
flavors
like,
to talk right now.
we
Goddamn
didn't
it.
really want to give up the vodka, so.
Yeah. I mean, that's the benefit of being a satellite state to Russia. You get lots of booze.
I don't know if it was just vodka though. Like, you got to get a lot of mixer for that shit.
No, if you're a pure Slavic motherfucker, you don't need no mix for your vodka. You just drink it. You can detect the differences in different vodkas.
No, yeah,
You
fair.
know what vodka you like, and then
Well, yeah, I told the story before, but years ago, my buddy Sam, when I was in high school, his dad worked for some explosives company and used to go overseas to help them build explosive plants or something like that. And when he was over there, he always come bring back some like random booze. And he was in Russia and brought back a 2-4 of 355 ml cans of Black Death vodka. And it was like the can had a skull with a top hat on it. And me and Sam sat down in his bedroom watching some TV and drank a can each. And it was like drinking water. There was no burn, no taste, no. It was just, and then like I had to go for a pee, so I stood up, and I broke his coffee table. 'Cause I was like, up, bam! Yeah, it was.
there are a lot of weird fucking booze like styles in like Eastern Europe, like especially like all these different like vodka variations and all these like weird spirits that you don't see anywhere else.
Isn't absinthe is over there somewhere, isn't it?
Well, absinthe pretty much everywhere.
If like didn't it originate over there somewhere?
I don't think
think that was-
anything originated here, man.
No, I think absinthe originated.
New England IPAs originated here, yo.
I think that's more like France or like Switzerland or like it's more like Western European. I think absinthe kind of
What is this
originated.
bottle Chris is putting up right
It's
now?
Munchies by.
Oh, it's a beer. It
Of
looks like
course
a
it's a
fucking bottle. I thought you were like showing up like for some reason when you put it up, it looks like an actual bottle, and I was like, he's putting a bottle of absinthe in a can or something to show us
Hey Nick, can you get rid of Eric's comment, man?
forever and ever.
Right.
No, it's a good
Alright,
comment.
Wrong.
Yeah, there's another comment.
You're
like,
wrong.
This is
You know,
They stay there until you freaking get rid of them.
there's so many the Trump gifts of the like when you search for wrong under Trump gifts. There's so many.
Who brewed that? I didn't see it.
This is a beer called Munchies from Swiftwater
Swiftwater.
Brewing out of where are these guys from? Rochester, New York.
That's a
This
small
is a-
can. What is that?
It is. It's a 12 fluid ounce or U.S. fluid ounce, a 355. It's a chocolate, coconut, and peanut butter imperial milk stout.
There
Wow.
better be fucking
Unknown IBUs on this one.
there
I
better be
looked it up.
coconut.
What about the ABV?
Oh, not sorry, ABV
That's the event?
unknown.
Really?
It's not even on the can. No.
How do they like? How is
America,
that
man.
legal? How
It's
is that legal?
They don't have the
America.
regulations we have.
America.
Oh my god! this
Exactly.
is-
How do they not have at least those like put how much alcohol is in like no just like go ahead.
No,
I
every
have
that's
these
what you get when you have
Oh,
states' rights.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's just That's
Stupid.
crazy to me that's okay to put a.
Does it smell like coconut, Chris?
That's insane to me.
That's why you don't have to put your alcohol on a can, and why you can like not let the gays get married. Like that's states' rights for you. That's that
You know
kind of
what?
bullshit.
Yeah.
Man
you're
should not lay with other man, right, fellas?
What should
no?
not-
You're
what?
looking really cute right now,
What is
Greg.
on your arm, Greg?
Thanks, I appreciate. Oh, this is I've got tennis elbow, even though I don't play tennis. It's from working out. So this is the brace that's supposed to help
Are
with
you
that.
like a
Hey, Greg,
are you
do
a
that
robot
and
breaking
stretch
down?
out.
I'm literally falling apart. My body is completely collapsing right now, and then whatever's left over, my dog is like biting off slowly but surely. So it's like, yes, the Greg you once knew will soon be my brain will just be in a jar, and I'll be
You know what?
communicating.
You know what?
with you through sign language.
Hit accept on your next firmware update, and things will be okay. Stop production.
Oh, I would love to get a firmware update. That'd be fantastic.
I just want to see. I want to see Greg start eating spinach a lot and have these really big forearms like Popeye. That'd
I
be
do
great.
eat a lot of spinach, but my forearms are not nearly that big.
Oh, There's a recent episode of Robot Chicken. If nobody watches that, but they it was like they're updating Popeye, and I can't really recall it that much. But it was really funny, and they like took away spinach and gave him something else. And
Hey guys, I saw this thing that was really funny. I can't
Yeah,
recall why
yeah.
it was funny or what it was about. I have no context at all. But hey, I'm gonna talk about it.
It was funny. The Robot Chicken. It's always funny.
Robot Chicken is funny, and they probably just gave him some fucking crystal meth. Because what would Popeye be like on fucking methamphetamines, right?
That's totally possible. I can't remember. I want to rewatch it now.
I wonder if there's like a Breaking Bad reference in Robot Chicken or not.
Did
So like there's every reference that can be made is pretty much in Robot Chicken somewhere. That show is so like I watched a documentary a couple of years ago on like how they make the show, and it's like a 15-minute long show, and the amount of effort they put into that stop motion shit is insane. Like so many props to them, and they got people that like are always like their job is to kind of go out and like look at garage sales and stuff and find these cool action figures and shit to make these new sketches with and stuff. It's a really overall just awesome. It's an awesome show. It really is. I love it so much.
What's that?
Robot Chicken.
Oh yeah, I miss Robot Chicken. I remember when it first
It's still around. It's still around.
Really?
have you missed something?
New episodes of it? 'Cause
How long were you zoned out for just now?
Listen,
I was just talking about it for like 5 minutes. I'm sorry.
Okay. Moving on.
Nick has just learned to ignore you.
I know. Again,
I just shared the private chat here talking about like that they did a Robot Chicken or a Breaking Bad rap.
yeah, like I know Nick is having Nick is not having a great day. I'm sorry, Nick.
I don't know if anyone here has seen El Camino. I know Lee has. I don't know if anyone
Yeah.
else has.
I
If you're-
watched it Monday.
Yeah, if you're into Breaking Bad, I would say it's a really, really solid movie. It's
I've heard
Yeah, if
not-
you like Breaking Bad at all, then
No.
you need to watch the movie.
It's actually a great epilogue, and it kind of to me like I love Better Call Saul, but I feel because it freaking takes 2 years between each season, I feel a little bit kind of let down by that show. And this is just
I
kinda like
wish it didn't have
everything
that
you
big
want.
break like right now because I love Better Call Saul. It's a fantastic series. It stands up really well to the original, but the 2-year break, come on.
It's a little
You know
bit. It's a little
It's a
bit
little
ridiculous. It's been like freaking 6 years.
You wanna
and
talk-
they
you wanna
don't
talk
have
about breaks
3
between seasons?
4 seasons.
Try being a fan of the Venture Brothers. That show has been on for I think 14 years now, and they're
Try being a fan of Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty
They're
is
just as
not.
bad.
No, it's not. The first 2 seasons were
I
year,
understand Rick and Morty. I actually watched a bit of an episode tonight and really
and
liked
actually, there's
it, or the other night.
the first half of the next
It's
season
awesome.
is coming out soon on Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
But I watched like they visited like a microcolony in the Amazon or something like that, and he shrunk down, and the president of the United States went in after him or something like.
Mm.
You remember that
Yeah.
episode? This is
Yeah.
a bit of the episode. I thought it was really hilarious.
Rick and Morty
Oh, no,
is a
that-
Here's a shirt that's like too large or something because you need to swing your dick around. Or something.
Yeah.
Morty is a hilarious show. Just for me, like again, like the Venture Brothers, I'm watching it for like it's been on for so long. It started like in 2009 or something like that. The first maybe even earlier. No, I would have been earlier. 2005 maybe or something like that. but it's the animation in the beginning. Like Rick and Morty started more recently, so the animation was obviously better. The first couple seasons, I want to say the first season of Adventure Brothers, the animation is really not the best, but the humor's still there, and the story, it isn't really so cohesive in the first season. But the second season, it just becomes this like super long-reaching, crazy arc. In the last season, they like brought it back all the way to the first season and stuff, and just it's so well written and so fucking hilarious. I can't recommend that show enough.
I'm sorry. I just laughing at something. I was doing a search for Robot Chicken Breaking Bad stuff, and I come across this video from Adult Swim that it starts off with Walter White getting the news about his cancer diagnosis, and then it flashes over to and him getting flashed in by Sam Beckett and Quantum Leap.
Wow, that's a deep fucking cut.
Is that like a trailer or something? Or like, what are you talking about? Is that the thing that actually happened already?
I'll share it in the chat here.
I don't know if I saw that.
You know what I found kind of interesting? You know what I found kind of interesting, and spoilers for the final episode of Breaking Bad if you haven't seen it, but on the last episode where I won't even spoil it that much, but he uses an automatic machine gun to basically solve a bunch of issues. And Mythbusters did an episode to actually see if that was like a legit thing that would happen. And they basically built the thing, they set it up. And it actually turned out that it was legit. Like if you could set that thing up and you were smart enough to figure all that shit out, it actually would have worked the way Walter White planned it out and the way it worked.
I actually watched that Mythbusters clip recently, and it's true. That would have worked.
They also tested the first time Jesse, I think it was, tried to dissolve a body in a bathtub or something like that. And
it just melted through the
you really can't completely dissolve a body in a bathtub in the length of time and stuff he had with the acid that he used. It was the Mythbusters episode was kind of they were using like pig carcasses or something.
Pigs, yeah,
and the one acid they used, it like became this like boiling, roiling, just disgusting, gooey.
I'm sure that smelled fantastic.
But at no point though, I think the main thing was the bathtub never dissolved. Like the whole thing was like he walks in the house and the bathtub breaks and the floor dissolves and it all comes through the fucking floor. And that part of it 100% would not happen.
That's fucking nasty shit.
Sorry, I hit my microphone. I apologize.
How does Leak getting removed from the chat thing here?
Because they know he's bad news. But
he's Breaking Bad.
I mean, you know what? I mean, I think to a certain degree, all these shows have a little bit of a suspension of disbelief. And I mean, for something like Breaking Bad, to me, I think it was realistic enough to work. And I mean, of course, I don't know the first fucking thing about making meth, but I don't know. To me,
again, I thought it was awesome. I loved it.
Work, and I love the series. I think it's one of those series where people tell me to watch, and like people told me to watch Lost, and I thought that series fucking sucked.
Daniel tells me the chemistry on Breaking Bad is almost like 100% good.
Yeah,
the first couple seasons of Lost were great.
Oh yeah, the first couple seasons of Lost. Lost was a pretty good series, really, but it got really fucking weird.
The last season was, in my opinion, I'm not going to say equal to the letdown that was the last season of Game of Thrones. It was
that I agree with. You know what? I didn't mind to see the finale of Lost, just like I didn't mind the finale of Game of Thrones. But when it comes to finales, the best ever finales of a TV series is either Breaking Bad or Star Trek: The Next Generation. Well, the way that it let down the entire series at the end, it just closed it. The way you fucking dream of in a TV series, and the Game of Thrones and fuck was the other one? You just said it. Lost. Yes. Forget what I'm trying to say in the middle of it.
I'm going to say about
you know what? It makes me happy to know my train of thought is not the one that not the only one to constantly derail.
I'm definitely off the rails.
Both Game of Thrones and Lost both have sort of the same situation, in my opinion, where their final episodes were basically cleaning up a really bad final season. And frankly, I think the season finale of Game of Thrones and Lost did the best they could with what the material they were given.
Well,
I don't,
Game
I
of
don't think
Thrones.
Game of Thrones final season was that bad. I don't think
Game of
Lost
Thrones
final
final
was-
Game of Thrones had no material for the last couple.
Well, here's the thing: the Game of Thrones
Well, they're
final season I thought was great up until the Battle of Winterfell was done. That episode was great.
and
Arya
then
kills the Night
Daenerys just
King,
went fucking nuts for
Yeah,
and
him.
then
but no,
afterwards,
even that-
it's like
even
we
that,
don't know
though.
what the fuck we need to do.
Even that though, like there was a lot
rushed.
wrong with that
the
episode.
whole
Like,
story arc of Daenerys turning into the bad guy was really short.
I mean,
and
if you know
Well,
anything,
that was the problem.
comprehend.
It wasn't a
if you know
story arc, it was
anything
a
about
one
any
episode.
kind of actual military strategy and stuff, like the way that the fucking army that the Battle of Winterfell was, it was a travesty to anybody who just knows anything. Like,
Wait a minute. We don't know the first thing about our enemy, but let's charge into the dark and see what happens.
Yeah, and then like in the trebuchet, like the way that everything was set up was everything was so wrong compared to how people these people have done this before. They've got war strategy in their head. You'd think they know how to do it, and everything was just so badly done. It was
Yeah, it
it
was
was atrocious. It really
it
was.
was pretty awful. Like
And that episode again, like they tried to be like, we were trying to film it all realistic. It was unnecessarily dark. It really was.
Well, no, that was an attempt to sort of replicate the scenario.
Again, but for everybody trying to watch it, you're used to every other episode being super nicely well lit. Out of nowhere, this whole episode's like in the dark, and just like, what the? I can't. What's happening? That was unnecessary.
It was kind of like they were while production after they were done filming, they were like, "Fuck, we didn't fucking bring up the fucking lights enough. All right, fuck it, we'll make it look like they're actually trying to be. Let's darken it."
But maybe
and the worst thing
maybe
about that is that, like, sorry, go ahead, Ashley.
I was gonna say, but maybe that was done on purpose, so you
No,
didn't.
it was.
Know what was going on.
It was, but at
So-
the same time, just
You're watching like a certain amount of time, but you really don't know what you're seeing until after it ends, and you sort of see the aftermath.
yeah,
And
but
then you're like, "Oh, okay, that's what happened when that."
yeah, but okay, but again, like
died.
that, you shouldn't have to have like
I don't want to watch it four
Well, I don't-
times.
yeah,
You
exactly.
don't have to watch it 4 times. You just sort of have to.
I don't know.
Well-
It could have been done way better than it was. And then a lot of stuff too, like the scenes where like people are on the verge of getting killed, and then you cut away for 10 minutes, you come back, and they're somehow fine. Like that last scene where like was it Jamie and Brienne and somebody else are like still fighting all the people away,
Yeah.
and there's like the horde of zombies that were there. They're done. They're done. They're overwhelmed. They're dead. They're dead. They're dead. It wasn't well shot, in my opinion, that episode at all. It could have. The whole last season had so many goddamn issues. But again, like, how about some off topic? Hey, what's everybody drinking?
I'm still drinking my Sparkle Buff. Fuck that bitch.
How is the non-chunky version?
You know what? It's the same as all the other ones. It is. The taste is still very consistent from
What's
one
the-
can
what's
to
the
Yeah,
date?
another.
What's
it's
the
just,
date?
it's
What's
just
the
that
date?
Ashley's not a big fat pussy like some people out there
Wow.
who can't take a few chunks in their beer. Drunk pokeroo, you fat piece of shit. You shill, you fucking whore who fucking begs for beer. You should just fuck off and die and get off fucking Instagram and YouTube and everything else because you're a fucking fake and a phony and you make BeerTube look really, really fucking bad.
So this beer tastes like Almond Joy.
Cheers.
Fucking.
What's the date for Can Ash?
Oh, it's like super fresh.
Yeah, nice.
This is September 26th.
You know what?
So-
The thing that makes me like if this is what happened, if Drunk Pokeroo is the one who made Flying Monkeys kind of decide to like how much actually you're a home brewer. You don't brew on this scale at all, but you know a lot of brewing. You defended this on a big way, the chunks and stuff. Like
Yeah.
the fermenting tank they're using is so big. For it's Flying Monkeys, it's probably a big freaking tank.
Yeah.
And when they're like, well, then the bright tank and stuff, and the sediment goes down. How much beer are they basically throwing out because of Drunk Pokeroo? Do you think?
I don't think they're throwing anything out. I think they made a conscious decision not
They're
to
just
filter the beer.
Yeah.
But naturally, all of those particles would settle to the bottom. So they would just get pulled into every beer. I'm just guessing. I don't know.
What do they care what that asshole thinks? He's not an influencer.
No, he's not. It's funny.
He's a fucking joke. He's a fucking joke.
I was honestly just trying to give Ashley an opportunity to further throw somebody under the bus, and he failed.
I'm not throwing anyone.
Here's the thing, Drunk Pokeroo, and all you other fucking assholes out there on Instagram or YouTube who think you're fucking influencers or whatever because you got free beer from some breweries. You're not. You're a schlub like every other motherfucking beer tuber on fucking YouTube. You do it for the fucking hobby. You do it for the fucking love of it. You don't do it for the perks. You get perks, but your opinion still doesn't fucking count. You're still a piece of shit like the rest of us. You're still on the same fucking base level, but you're a bit of a more piece of shit because you think you're fucking important. You think your shit don't smell, but it still does. Drunk Pokeroo, I'm pretty certain your fucking shit smells real fucking bad. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of chunks in it too, even when you're spraying water over the fucking bowl. You big fat titty motherfucker.
So gross. So gross.
So,
But accurate.
Nick, what are you?
so last night I had a Wellington. I'm sorry, just give me a second, Nick.
Oh, you're still drinking that? Yeah. How is it? Is it good? Is it okay? Is it not bad?
We've only been talking about it for a while.
Yeah, it's the Roche beer.
I hope that one shows up because we just got
That's good as
we
Tinderhands.
just got the peppermint and we got the Irish red, which is really good. But I'd rather have that than the fucking peppermint.
This is the one you should have. This
What number is that in the series?
It should say number 6.
Oh, we're probably not going to get it then. Fuck.
You know what? I got this one at the brewery, but you can buy it like at the NB liquor stores. But overall, this is one of my favorites of the entire small batch series.
How far are you like to drive to the brewery? How far is that for you, Nick?
For me, it's like a kilometer from work. Moosehead's brewery. Moosehead's not that far from where I work.
How far is Trailway from you?
Like an hour and a half.
Okay.
That's a bit of a trek, but
Yeah, that's a trek.
what's the near aside from Moosehead? What's the nearest like, actual long craft brewery from you?
Oh, the nearest craft brewery to me, like where I live,
Yeah,
Bootstrap.
I've never even heard of them.
Yeah, it's because they suck. I mean, it's because they're kind of like a brew pub.
Okay.
They'll have like guest taps where like multiple like home brewers can come in and brew their shit.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
And
Do they have their own
yeah, it's a
stuff?
cool idea, but they don't really make any like all the beers I've had from them. And I haven't had many, to be honest.
Well,
All the beers I've had from them kind of sucked.
go in there,
Big
kind of befriend the guys and like give them helpful criticism and stuff.
Yeah,
and help
that's where Red Beer's tip how to get free beers.
Right. Anyway, the best,
to make friends. And make
the closest
And free
brewery. Shut up, Redbeard.
That's right.
The closest brewery to me that I like is the next one over, which is guess who?
Just throw it.
Trailway.
Guess who?
Trailway.
No.
No.
No,
Guess
Hammond
who?
River.
Hammond River.
Hammond
Fucking
River.
River.
Fuck
Yeah.
those Hammond Rivers.
How far is that?
And their fucking blueberry shit.
Well,
Stuff.
Hammond River used to be like a couple of kilometers from where I live, but now they're like they have a brewery out in middle of like in just in Rossay, which is about 8 minutes from here, 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes from here, which is not far, like for much further than like there's Bootstrap, then there's Hammond River, then there's Foghorn, and there's Long Bay up the road. Anyway, there's like 4 breweries in the Quispam Sits Rossay area.
Here's the
I'm like,
head on an IPA. That seems a little bit much, no?
Maybe a little bit.
But I don't really care for. I haven't really been a big fan of anything from Bootstrap, but like Hammond River.
How far away is the furthest of those 4 breweries you mentioned there, Nick?
Long Bay, but
Yeah.
even that's only like I can get there in 10, 15 minutes.
You got like 4 breweries in your that's you got me beat. That's not bad, man.
Yeah, no, I mean there's 4 breweries like Long Bay, Foghorn, Hammond River, and Bootstrap.
Well, I'll say like the funny thing
and
is,
3 of the 4 I can buy bottles from.
depending on the time of day I go, Gateway City, the brewery on the other side of town, can take about 20 minutes to get to. which
Yeah,
is
you
annoying.
told me we went to Gateway City, but they were
It
closed.
was close. Made me sad. Like
Oh, well.
it's such a like just a super brand new kind of modern looking nice brewery. They're really not super adventurous with their beers as of yet, but everything they've made so far has been pretty nice for the style for sure.
Kind of reminds me of Counterpart.
Yeah.
New and
No. Counterpart though, from what I've seen, has made some pretty somewhat adventurous IPA type stuff.
I just
Yeah.
wish that Counterpart would stop putting lactose in every other beer that they.
Yeah.
they actually just they're releasing 2 more tomorrow. Well, Rice is coming back out, but
Yep.
in cans this time, which is awesome. It's a brown ale with coffee, and then
Yes,
Here's the
they
thing.
got some
about
other
Canada.
sour, some strawberry
it's
sour.
a sour
with
of fucking lactose in it.
Listen,
I like
Yeah.
lactose.
Here's
No,
the,
fuck.
too.
It's so
Here's
sweet.
I
the
do
ab-
too.
Here's the absolute best part about Counterpart is you can go there from the time they open to the time they close.
Yep.
And have drinks with Chris Lezak because he's always there.
He's always there. He fucking lives there. He's got a fucking a tent in the back. He like builds a little shed.
And that's,
Hey
that's
man,
what-
I gotta
that's-
I gotta keep up the PR just in case fucking I need a job from them.
You never know.
Okay, hire
Why
me.
You
not?
never know, man. You never know.
Redbeard can go work at fucking Highlander anytime he wants now.
He totally could. You could totally
I know.
quit the fucking duck cleaning gig and go work as a brewery
You
and
could
tap
totally-
guy.
You could totally quit the fucking gig where you're gonna die in a fucking ventilation shaft, and everyone's gonna forget about you.
And he's not even here watching. We're giving him life advice.
They won't even find a skeleton for like 20 years.
Well, you see, is the beard.
Like some other crew will come, like, and it'll be most of the crews will be lazy for like the next 10 years. Like they'll just clean the hood fans a bit, but then you'll get this one dedicated crew that they do the deep clean of the hood fan and they find Redbeard skeleton.
It's not a it's the red beard.
Hidden in an event.
It'll be like the black dead gray beard.
Dead beard.
The beard is still intact. It's amazing. He's well preserved.
So well preserved by the fat.
With the elastic around
By
it.
the
So.
fat.
By the fat. Yeah.
What?
You just need to go get a job at a brewery and then there you go.
What? Be going down, people, the Redbeard.
Yeah, you have a future as a, if not as a brewer, as a mascot for a brewery. Like
That's accurate.
you could just like flip your fucking kilt around for different breweries for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that's it. I'm surprised you don't get laid more than you do, the Redbeard.
He's a tap whore. He just
Mm,
goes from tap to tap.
that's right.
Tappity tap. Tap it in.
You tap, tap.
I do
That
randomly
again.
still have the kilt. That's it's an actual kilt worth about $1,700, and I still have it. Like no one's asked for it back or anything. It's just
you rubbed your balls all
Sell it on eBay.
Yeah, your balls have
did
been
you
all
get it?
over it,
Used.
dude. Nobody wants it back.
Slightly used.
Where did you get it from,
Slightly
Red?
semen-
the second day of that beer fest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Flying
here's the thing, dude. Like
I bought it.
There's a number of women. There's all kinds of women out there that get fucking wet seeing a guy in a kilt.
Jesus.
Well, again, like it was like the first day.
What did they get?
The first day I didn't have a kilt. There was no kilt. The second day they're like, "We'll bring a kilt."
Wait,
and
did
it was
women
too
say
big.
on your-
It was way too big, no matter how tight I made it. And Dwayne, the owner of Highlander Brewing, is randomly also like if you look up on Google his name, Dwayne Wanner, WANNER, and space. The first thing that came up for me was quilts. He is like world class for his quilting. Out of fucking nowhere. Like he made at the plowing match, his quilt was first place in the thing, and it was this huge display thing. Like it just, I had to help him set it up and shit. And it's like you never ever think that of him. But anyway, he took this kilt after the second day, and I was like, it's too big. I had to wear a belt the first day, and he's like, I'll fix it. Came back the second day, took took something in, did something to it, and now it's like it
No,
fits
the
perfectly.
second day just got fatter.
No, not by that much.
You
No.
got the beer bloat. Sort of Puff Joe.
No.
That's what actually sex
I'm
is.
just
I'm
saying,
not there.
dude.
Sex
I
is-
just trying to lift your spirits up. Like there's lots of chicks out there.
Omnipolo, what?
Oh,
that's
Aniara.
Aniara?
Aniara.
Raspberry Aniara.
Crap.
Very Aniara.
There's
Does that have
some out
lactose
there.
in it too?
There's
know what?
always chicks out
Might.
there, but you just
There's
need
fucking
to-
lactose in that.
Actually, this one doesn't have grains on it. Fail.
No, it does.
Half point up. No, it doesn't. Raspberry Lemon Pale Ale, brewed and canned for Omnipolo in Toronto, Ontario. Represented by Craft Brand Company, Toronto, Ontario. Production date, see bottom of can. Date de production, voir bas de can. There's no ingredients on this at all.
Listen, here's my advice out there for everyone because no one wants to hear it, but I'm going to tell you anyway. It doesn't matter who you are, what you look like. There's lots of women out there, and they're all into various men. So it doesn't matter if you look like Chris Peters. There's somebody out there for you, but you need to make yourself available because no matter how much a chick is into you, she's not going to fucking knock on your door and be like, "Hey, I'm horny. I want to fuck you." You have to make some effort to go out there and meet her. So that's my advice to literally anyone on this panel or anyone listening to this that's single is that make yourself available, go out there and meet people. And also don't be like fucking like, oh, this chick's a little bit overweight. I don't want to fuck her. It's like, no. She's overweight. She's good to go.
Well, yeah. Well, I think about it. I don't think the weight bothers me at all. Really. I mean, too much of it, yes, but
There's got to be a physical attraction.
yeah. Well, that's it. Like if I find her cute, if I miss her, if I meet her in person, sure, she's a little big bone, but
I lost
cute.
I lost my virginity to a girl that was the size of a small tank. Not gonna lie. Her face, beautiful face. Everything else,
Yeah,
But I bet you the pushing was very comfortable. I bet you it was like a nice little cloud pillow. You just got
to be honest, I don't. I was absolutely, completely, and utterly. I feel like she almost took advantage of me because I was so hammered.
Oh wow, Red Beer got raped. Red Beer got raped.
well, here, I'll tell you. Like my first girlfriend that I slept with, like was my second girlfriend, but the first person I had where I lost my virginity to was 250 pounds. Like at 270 at the time I met her. So
But
she was a
that
big
depends.
girl.
Like, was she 7 feet tall? Because that could still be skinny.
5'4".
Oh no, that's so much.
Oh Jesus!
I'm just saying she was a big girl, right? But I thought she had a pretty face, and she had a great personality. Like it kind of hit it off first. Things didn't work out. Obviously, I lived with her for like a year, but that didn't work out, and I moved on. But at the same time, the weight wasn't really what bothered me. It was other shit she did. If that makes sense at all. I don't care if a girl's got a few extra pounds on her. I mean, obviously, you're more attracted to somebody who's skinnier. Like Neely was less than 100 pounds when she passed away.
See, I wouldn't even go that far because I think different people have their own taste. Whether you like a girl who's skinny or fat or curvy or whatever, you can like your own thing. I think I would say with anything, unless you're just out there like to just bang someone, in which case you can just pay for a hooker. It's probably cheaper for you in the long run anyway. First of all, hold on a second, Robbie.
Sure.
Let me finish. I'll let you talk.
Sure.
All I'm gonna say is that find someone that you can talk to. Can you stand to be with her for more than half an hour and talk to her, maintain a conversation? If that's the case, good. Now, the caveat being, if she's so unattractive to you, you can't get an erection, then obviously that's the other end of the spectrum. Is you can't. That's not a relationship that'll work out for you romantically. Maybe she can be a friend or something. But more personality is more important because guess what? You're not fucking her more than I would say, unless you're fucking Chad McGee, you're not fucking her more than 10% of the time you're with her. at the absolute very most, and that's probably pushing it. So the thing is, most of the time you have to be able to socialize with her, and you have to be somebody. She has to be somebody you like to be with, and of course you have to be attracted to her because again, if she could be the greatest person in the world. You don't find her attractive. Well, maybe she'll make a good friend for you, but she's not going to make a good lover for you. So that's the bottom line. Is that you can. In my experience, I've known many guys in my life who are like, "Oh, I won't date a girl unless she's she's under this amount of weight and this height and this perfect and this boobs." And you know what? Those guys, generally speaking, in my experience, are the guys that don't get laid that much. They're the guys that maybe eventually they find a girl that meets their criteria, and then she pops out 3 kids, and then they kind of kill themselves because they hate their life.
Jesus.
So,
No, yeah,
sorry, Ashley, if I was just talking about you or anything.
I don't know if there is as far as a type goes. I've every girlfriend I've ever had in my life has been in my mind's eyes out of my league. Like when I was in high school, I dated my sister's hot friends somehow, and then the bartender, the multiple pretty attractive girlfriends, but at the same time, I've been attracted to girls that are a little bigger. Not like I can't get over at somebody who just is
morbidly obese.
Yeah,
Listen, women who
take care
don't
yourself.
take care of themselves is a different issue.
Look at my friend Nick, who is making a positive effort to change himself and make himself a better, sexy human being. And you know what? Yeah. But anyway,
and he's made a real good effort of it.
Nick has made a serious, fucking, very commendable effort this year. I have to say, just kudos to you, my friend, for that.
Well,
but again, I have been attracted to girls that are a bit on the bigger side. But again, I don't know what it is.
Part of it is self-esteem, but
I've been rejected so many times and stuff. It's
but
getting up the courage even at this point to be to even just strike up a conversation with a random girl.
Some girls are just cunts.
Yeah.
And what Nick said is 100% true. There are
don't forget that the diversity of women out there is just as diverse as the men out there. Like, some people are fucking dicks. Some women out there are cunts. At the same time, what? We're not talking about men here. I mean, what I'm trying to say is that there's still hot women that would be fucking into you, man.
100%.
Yeah.
Listen, the women out there that are bigger, if they don't make a conscious effort in trying to, there's ones that are bigger that are less attractive. Those are the ones that are like, I'm gonna have fucking 17 bags of chips tonight.
Yeah.
You wanna come over? Well, okay, no, I don't.
Well, did you do the whole Plenty of Fish thing? It was a couple of years ago now, and this one girl, they put pictures of her and stuff, and we chatted for a while and all this. We want to come over and hang out, and and she was cute in her pictures. I get to her house. She's at least
her lower half
200 pounds heavier than the prettiest picture that she has. And her house is I sat with her on the bed and watched one episode of one show, and I was just nothing jump on me. What's happening right here? It was so, and the excuse I made was she had a bunch of 3 or 4 random guinea pig or hamster cages in the room, and just completely kind of open, they just flung their fucking stuff all over the place everywhere. And I was like, I can't handle it. My allergies are getting to me. I have to leave.
Not every one of them is gonna work out like that, but you don't fucking stop trying.
Well, right. And again, that's what I say. You guys know in the chat, my famous saying is that fuck anything you can that's legal. And I generally stick behind that. Again, don't do it with
Yeah, but you're
children.
fucking point
Yeah,
of
don't
crap.
do it with anyone underage or anything because that's going to get you in trouble.
No, you just said
But
in the phrase you said, "Fuck anything that's legal."
legal, exactly.
Good.
So,
Yeah,
so I just want to
elaborate on that.
But I will say my caveat to that is
In some places, animals are legal.
There's no caveat to that.
okay. Again, if you're legal, listen, if you're in Japan, it's legal to have sex with a 12-year-old in Japan. If you're in Japan, have sex with a 12-year-old. That's legal where you are. I'm just saying in Canada, you're going to get in trouble for it. In the
If you're
US,
from
you're going to get in
Canada
trouble.
and you go there to do that, then there's something wrong with you.
I said if you're listen, abide by the laws in your own country. That's all I'm saying. Let's
I
not get
didn't
it.
know that was the age in Japan. That's fucking gross.
Let's not get into the legalities of shit.
Oh.
Let's just say abide by the laws of your own country, whatever that may be. Okay. Regardless of that, all I'm saying is that regardless of what I say, fuck anything that's legal. You have to establish if a lady can't get you hard, if you're trying to get floppy, and if you're trying to get hard and you're all floppy and stuff, obviously that lady's not for you. Unless you have some physical problem or something, obviously that lady's not for you. Like she's not getting you where you need to be, and that's fine. Like it's like, guess what? Some ladies, it's not as obvious for ladies, but some ladies will be with Redbeard and they'll be like, "Oh, Redbeard, I kind of pretend to like you," and then they'll be all dry. They won't like him. So, and I'm not picking on Redbeard. I just happen to say
What happened?
Redbeard. But all I'm saying is that like it's the same thing with ladies. Some ladies they don't get attracted by some guy, and some guys you just don't get attracted by ladies.
So, like, if I was attracted to a lady, I would not give her my number and be like, "Yeah, I'd love to meet up sometime." That was the whole like what's wrong with you kind of thing going on. Like, why would you do that? And then when I text you, oh, I somehow got the wrong idea. Oh, okay,
Well,
sure.
listen, Redbeard, I will say it at the risk of alienating the female viewers we have on here, which is actually 0.0%.
0.0%.
Women, first of all, tend to be fucked up. Women tend to be more standoffish than guys. Guys tend to be more honest, and they kind of just say how they feel. Whereas women will kind of be dicks about it, or you may want to use the non-PC term cunts, where they may either think they're into you and then change their mind, or they may get cold feet, or they may not be into you in the first place and they may just pretend to be into you. And in either case, they're being real cunts to you because in reality, the best thing for you would be to be like, if I'm a chick, you give me your number up here. I'm like, hey, you know what? I appreciate your number. I'm not into you. I'm not looking for someone right now. But you seem like a real cool guy. Best of luck to you, but I'm not the girl for you. And that would be the best thing for anyone to say to you.
Randomly, why is cunt such a complete? It's like cunt in basically like the U.S. and Canada is equated with
a very vulgar term.
It's pretty much as vulgar as it's almost more than fuck. It's like up
because
there.
in North America we're more afraid of vaginas.
In the UK,
that's very true.
In the UK, they just they say it willy-nilly all the goddamn time. It's just weird to me.
That's like me calling you fucking, hey buddy, how's it going? I'd be like, hey cunt, how's it going?
Yeah.
Because cunt is almost a term of endearment in Britain.
Weird to me.
Yeah. No, and I love that because to me, cunt is a great word. I'm actually kind of a little offended that it's so offensible in North America because cunt's a great word. You know, it's another great word that isn't used nearly enough. It's twat. I love twat.
You have to
twat.
You have to say it right though. You have to be a twat.
No, I'd say like Nick looks like an old twat, and I think it would work just fine.
That's funny.
Oh, Nick, you bloody fucking photography fucking bicycling twat.
You're fucking twat.
Oh, that was
You're fucking idiot.
That was epic. I just dropped my phone and woke my dog up, and it was
you fucking twat. You on your fucking bicycle with your bicycle helmet, fucking driving around, dying fucking taking photographs, you fucking twat.
Yeah, Nick, you fucking twat wearing a fucking helmet. What are you worried about? A head injury, you fucking twat?
Yeah,
how's
you
your dog,
fucking pussy twat. Fucking hanging out with fucking Guy and Pascal like you're some fucking big league motherfucker, you fucking twat.
He actually messaged me on Facebook asking when I'm off. He wants to come this way.
Oh yeah, he's probably serious. He's gonna come down and visit you, man.
This week, I only have Saturday off this week, and chances are pretty likely I'll only have that off next week as well. So I don't know what's
Yeah, well,
happening there.
let him know. I think he was planning to come visit you on the weekend. So if you're only off for Saturday, let him know when time you're available, and he'll come visit.
I'm gonna see what my next week's schedule is like, and then I'll let him know.
I
Guy and Pascal will butt rape you.
Yeah,
Totally
wow.
butt rape.
yeah, he totally.
Lots of butt rape.
You know what the fun thing is? Randomly, like I've posted about this and said this couch I'm on now folds out into like a
That's
full on
even,
like basically queen size bed,
I'll put it
and
to
then
you
I
this
have to fold
way.
out couch. I got so much.
Pascal is an awesome guy. He's awesome to talk to, and he's like his online persona is different from what he actually is. But like Guy is fucking weird. That's Guy.
No, Guy's fucking weird. Pascal's great, but Pascal's definitely a bottom. He's not a top.
Guy has no persona. Guy is just Guy.
Wow.
He-
Please, Ted, there.
Got live
Like,
How much little sense he makes? That's just fucking Guy. You have to bear with him, but he's an awesome
The
guy.
whole day I hung out with
Oh,
Guy and Pascal. I
feel like he I feel like he
actually
kind of
have-
akin, I feel like Guy might be kind of a little bit akin to meeting
Pascal.
Paul for the first time.
He's a French Paul.
Paul's a lot more aggressive.
Pascal, on the other hand, if you meet him, you can actually have a real conversation with him. Guy,
no, you can't have a conversation with Guy. It's just like
Guy is awesome, but Guy
Yes,
is also
yes,
Guy.
here's the thing about Guy. He's French Canadian, and he's as socially awkward as the fucking rest of us.
Yeah.
But because he's French Canadian, the translation is bad. So you have to give him time. But once you start talking to him in person and you're hanging out with him, you're getting drunk with him, it just becomes super fucking awesome. He's the best possible fucking person you can meet. He's just a lovely fucking dude. Pascal is a fucking amazing guy. They're both just the best kind of people you can meet.
I've had the opportunity of getting drunk with Guy several times now. I love the guy. He's an awesome guy. You can see the wheels spinning in his head when he's trying to convert French to English, English to French when you're hanging out with him. But at the same time, he's an awesome guy that you get drunk with, and you should do it at least once in your life.
I want to come here and I want to bring him to the breweries here in town and just like have the. I just figured my microphone. But bring him here and have just enjoy the show kind of thing. He seems like a really fun guy.
He is
very, very. Seems like a really big mushroom. Big fun guy.
even if Ewart can't see it, he is a fun guy.
Oh, even if you're
Well, no. Here's the thing: Ewart's just totally wrong about Guy, and Ewart. He has a mental block when it comes to that shit. Ewart's a great person, but he's just fucking stupid when it comes to Guy.
I understand where Ewart's coming from with the whole cocaine.
I don't understand where he's coming from. Ewart's just fucking being ignorant as far as I'm concerned when it comes to fucking Guy.
You know what? I ran a shout out to Chris for being here so late. You haven't been around this long in a hangout, but I've been in for a long time. You're like here for the little bit, and then I got to go. And you've been here for a while, man. It's nice.
See ya, guys. Gotta go.
What did you
Here's the thing, like going back to Guy, like he is an awkward geek. That's how I take him. It's always been. I've known the guy and I've hung out with Guy off and on for like 6 years now, and love the guy. He might be awkward. He might be weird. That's just how I take him.
We're all fucking awkward.
Exactly.
Yeah, nobody here is completely. I see Ashley is probably the most normal of us all. Like,
You fucking
got-
normie, Ashley.
Yeah,
You weirdo.
family man over here.
Ash, I was actually looking for you a couple yesterday. Were you working last night?
No, I was off. I was off last night.
Oh, that's why I didn't see you when I was staring in the window of fucking Kohan.
You're like, and my son's like, look at this fucking.
My
guy.
daughter's beside me going, Dad, stop.
Ashley,
Stop.
Ashley comes into work and like the next day, there was this weird motherfucker staring in the window half
Yep.
the night. Like, I don't know what the fuck was going on.
I go to work.
Kept coming back.
You know what? Actually, you should convince your company to get security cameras installed outside, looking down at this, so you can like get the video of Chris like looking.
Yeah,
Just,
our closed circuit camera, it doesn't cover the front door. It does once you enter, but not on the outside.
I know.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. You as a manager need to tell the company we need this from the outside too.
Yep.
Just secretly, just for this purpose.
Just so we can put it on YouTube and laugh at it.
You tell them it's for the better. You tell them it's for the betterment of the company. You know, it's
Tell them it'll be a
I'll
hit
just
on
scream,
beer
I'm
too.
entitled, motherfuckers.
You
It's
entitled.
2019.
People are stupid, man. They like fucking walk right up to the door and they put their heads on. They're like, I'm like trying to look through the door. What's going on? What's
Ash,
in
you
there?
there?
I'm like, it's fucking shoes. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, that was like me. That was like me trying to get into the store at a certain outdoor mall, and I was like, "Is Ashley Sexton in there?"
Like, it's so fucking cold.
And Ashley
in there.
Sexton wasn't
I'm
in
like,
there, and I was very disappointed.
Oh, Greg's like
Greg's lighting
13
situation.
seconds behind.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I'd be
What?
like,
I was saying Greg's lighting situation has gone all
Oh,
crazy.
sorry, it's dark in here. Is that better?
A little bit.
Sorry, I didn't realize you guys wanted to see me that clearly.
I think I was trying to be like Dr. Claw or something. It was kind of cool.
No. You guys know what I look like. I just figured you guys would be happier not seeing me as much. But if you guys want to see me, I can light myself up.
claw.
Get the Mad Cat in there.
But all I'll say is that I've looked through many windows looking for Ashley Sexton. And I've always been disappointed that Ashley
There it is.
Sexton wasn't there.
Never there.
You might
I
say
mean,
Ashley,
cheese strings.
Ashley Sexton is what you would call a
What can I say?
retail cock tease.
Those are weird. Those aren't cheese curds. Those are cheese strings or something. That was huge.
That's what I said. Cheese strings.
I heard cheese curds.
God damn, I wish I
Almost the
had cheese
same.
strings right now.
I may be addicted to cheese curds, so anytime somebody says cheese, I hear curds after it. I don't know.
It's because you're racist.
I've finally gone through all of the cheese curds that Dwayne from the Highlander there guy bought me at the end of the festival. They're finally all gone.
How fucking high are you right now, Redbeard?
Pretty high.
High beard.
Scale of 1 to
Just
10.
just the way
Hi-ish.
you're fucking sitting right now. It's like you look so happy. You look like you're so in the fucking zone that I'm just like Redbeard must have smoked some fucking serious bowls before he even got onto like the fucking BA 101. Like you're just you look like you're blitzed out of your fucking mind right now. Quite
To
honestly,
be fair,
like,
he
I
kind
think
of
you
looks
are.
like that even when he's. Well, I don't know if is there ever a time when Redbeard's not high?
No, but he's sitting like still in a way where
That's
like
a
his
good
eyes.
accurate
I don't think
representation.
he's blinked. Like honestly, if we look at the replay of this, I don't think we'll ever see a part where he's blinked at all, like throughout this entire stream. And I'm just like, wow, Redbeard has really injected the marijuana pills into him tonight. Like he's just like he's fucking out of his fucking gourd.
I don't think he's injected the marijuana pills at all.
Actually,
He
I
probably smoked a big giant bong rip.
don't really. I don't know.
I think he smoked so many bong rips in his life that he's kind of naturally that way anyway.
Man, I just remember. I just remember how humiliating it was that like Ashley Sexton's friend got me the beer, the weed beer, and I drank it and I literally thought I was gonna die for 3 hours. And then I told Redbeard, I'm like, Redbeard, careful, don't drink this whole thing. And Redbeard's just like, I don't give a fuck, you just drank the whole fucking thing. and he was not affected whatsoever.
He's like, yeah, whatever.
Is it wrong? I want to try this beer.
Oh, shit.
I told my one buddy about it that knows me, and he was like, "What would that one have? 40 milligrams?" Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it
it
was.
had
Yeah.
40 in it.
He was like, "Yeah, you probably did about like 4 times that maybe to actually give you something like seriously like bang in your face." Ooh. Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Meanwhile, literally, I was cuddled up in like a coma for like 3 hours. I was like, I drank this weed beer. I'm gonna die. I need like medical attention. I'm gonna die. I was like hallucinating.
I want this to stop.
Make it stop.
It was so bad. Actually, Nick, it's almost too bad because I could have just sent you the beer with the beer mail I just sent you, and I didn't think of it because I actually would love to just see you down this.
Do you still have a bottle of it, Greg?
I still got one bottle.
Your
Yeah.
camera, your mic or something. Nick, your mic's gone.
No, I have no clue, Ashley, in terms of weed. I don't know if it dissipates over time or if it just stays.
Can you hear me
equally
now?
potent after a while.
No, it'd be
Alright.
fine in there. It's
Must have just hit it. I just picked up my microphone and if I hit the light it anyway.
I just got a really creepy message from this chat thing. It says everyone can see and hear you. I'm like, okay, thanks. I was like from my
What? Okay.
Like, okay, well,
Yeah.
sorry, I should put pants.
All right, yeah, I would have loved to try that beer, but I think at this time of night I'm going to head to bed soon, so I'm gonna take this thing offline.
Well, we can talk about next beer mail, Nick. I'm sure there'll be
Oh, yeah.
plenty. I'm
Yeah,
sure
if
there'll be
you still
plenty of
got a
beers.
bottle, save it for me.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of beers you want before Christmas.
I mean, if there's
My
Sure,
wife-
we'll
my
have
wife
more
had
beer
no one
analysis
bring the last
101 to do.
bottle.
We're starting getting to the point where beer analysis 101. I'm starting getting like beers. Like, there's only so many beers I can get that are still. We've been doing this for 2 years now, so I'm.
Well, I
Thinking,
mean, here's the thing. We can start doing these like wild card Wednesdays, and we can beat those fucking hillbillies at their own fucking game because they're absolutely shit at this, and they're not entertaining at all.
Well,
We're super
yeah, I mean,
entertaining.
Tonight with cellar stuff, like you can make one like
It was good.
IPA.
yeah, we'll do an IPA tonight or something like that.
Yeah,
I actually
you know
really
what?
like the idea, and
was really
tonight
good.
worked out really well.
Yeah, I mean, fucking,
Right.
you take your Ronald Terrios, who are just racist, swamp, racist fucking piece of shit from Louisiana, and you take your Eric Fuck Fritters or whatever, who's some dumbass middlehead who thinks fucking Jordan's cool.
Before we start bitching about other channels, but I mean, just sound like I like the idea. I like how things turned out tonight, and I'll do like all honesty. I think this is something like we could do once a month or something.
And we could do it way better than those assholes.
Exactly.
Like a theme
Exactly.
night.
We did a great job on it tonight, even though I screwed up the intro. I
Well,
was
no, but
distracted.
Well,
Tonight-
we
but-
expect you to fuck up, Nick.
like not.
Yeah, I know.
There was no real like the Selward thing. It wasn't like there was no style or anything like that. Like an actual style theme night, like that would.
And we need to put a jester hat on fucking Redbeard because he'll be the James P. Madonna of
Yeah,
the
why
thing.
not?
I'm gonna meet you under the motherfucking bridge.
You know,
I will cut you.
You know,
I'm gonna
I know not necessarily everyone will want to participate in this or everyone would necessarily have a thing, but you can even do a thing where like, hey, let's do like something a little different where we're doing like, okay, this is hard liquor night. Where what is everyone's hard liquor of choice?
Yeah, and then we could do way better whiskeys than fucking Jay does. He does the bottom shelf
We can do
fucking
that.
shit whiskeys.
But it could be anything. It could be like, hey,
Yeah.
one person enjoys vodka or one person enjoys gin. It's like, hey, tell us about why you like this product. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't have to be a whiskey. It doesn't have to be a rum. It doesn't have to be, anything fancy. It's just,
Well, that's a good idea.
what do you enjoy drinking other than beer?
Well,
Let's face it,
that's actually not a bad idea because I've kind of called this kind of night like BYOB 101. BYOBA 101 because it's like bring your own beer or bring your own booze. It was either one would work.
Yeah, no, we should just do that because we're much more interesting than those people in that other chat.
Oh, for sure.
And
100%
we're
less
far more
racist.
entertaining and engaging people. We're all not racists and
We're
pieces of shit.
100% less
Yeah.
racist and bigoted.
We're I would say we're less racist, not completely non-racist.
I mean, we hate the
we'll make
Polacks
allowances.
around here, but still.
We let the
Polish.
Polish have an opinion. It's good.
Polish. Like, we sometimes we let them have an opinion, right, Chris?
Occasionally.
Yeah, and here's another thing that we know that is truth that we should just lay down, solidify for all time. Chris Peters killed those women.
Oh wow!
You know what? You're absolutely right. He did kill those
they
women,
do
and
with-
sometime the authorities
do-
will
what
find
kind
out.
of-
They chopped him into cubes and
But
put him
what
in his
kind of
garden.
pickles did he do it with? Was it with like
What
with dill? With
Did he-
dill
He
pickles?
killed those women with his
Did he-
fucking necklace of the dog leaf.
Did he kill those women by choking
Oh
them
my
with
God.
pickles?
On some occasion, there might be reference to ginger oppression on this.
He threw his
You know
cat
what?
at them.
We should totally do some night when we can a BYOB episode on ginger beers.
No.
Oh, wow.
And not let
only
Redbeard
if
join.
Redbeard can be on, because he's our fucking token ginger
No,
around
let's
here.
let him join because that's too on the nose.
Redbeard is our token ginger.
Yeah, you
Oh,
are.
Nick,
God,
if
Nick
you're-
is so drunk. I love it.
Nick, if you're catering to gingers, can you do one night where you do just all Polish beers? Everyone has some Polish beers?
I could, you know what? I have some Polish beers left. I still have the Tatra and the Lech.
Why do you still have those? My God.
I haven't drank them yet. I still have I have a Tatra, a Lech, and a Lejak.
Oh, Lisa.
Legend.
That's
Legend.
Chris Lizak.
Oh,
Lejak. Well, it's similar to your name there, Chris.
It's
Chris
legend.
Lizak.
Lejanks.
yeah.
Is that the
Honestly, Chris's family might have come over here and changed their name slightly.
Fuckers.
I believe
I'm the fucking Polish heir to fortune. I'm the legend.
it. Lejank.
What kind of Polish fortune could you inherit?
I'm gonna-
Like, let's get real.
All the
Okay,
Polish
it's-
water.
We should totally do it like a
Oh,
Polish. Is there any Polish beers you can get in Nova Scotia there, Lee?
I don't think there is anymore. I was looking for Lek on the NSLC, and we don't have it anymore at our place anymore.
You can't really like Ziviets or
Zivi-
Lek or
Ziviets,
anything
sure.
like that. That's
You
surprising.
don't have Ziviets down there?
No.
Wow.
I will
It's a
do
Heineken.
I'll do a little look on the NSLC website, and maybe I can like go to like. I mean, if it's not at our place, at the very least, there might be something in New Minas or something like that. I'll go see if I can get there. And
If we decide to do this
Stop.
thing, there should be at some point we can like send you a Polish beer or something.
yeah, you can do that too. Whatever.
I mean, not like it's like they're award winning or anything.
Why you guys
Everybody-
Well, I mean, it's Polish. What do you-
Send Lee and Okachim Jark.
Everybody will chip
Well-
in, and we'll send some beers to Lee in his beer wasteland.
In all reality, if you're talking about-
Okachim Dark,
Listen, if you're talking about all kinds of Polish beers and all that stuff, you know what? You can actually do a fucking once a month and pick a beer from a country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever country. Here's a German beer.
like
Here's a
country,
fucking
South
Polish beer. Here's a
style.
Canadian beer. Here's a U.S. beer. Anything you want.
Country
Whatever
and
you want.
the style is a more like easy way to do the format kind of that you're doing right now, but
Yeah.
like a country would work as well. Like what we did tonight was super. Everybody had a super random. It was more like imperial stouts than anything, but it was more super random beers, and it went pretty well. So I feel like at this point you can kind of do whatever you want with beers.
That's what
and
this season could
Yeah.
be. Season 3 could be all beer analysis. Season 3.
We
Could
could
be
probably turn an entire season
different-
into this shit.
Yeah,
Exactly.
just break
I'm
the,
still
break
gonna
the
do beer
style.
analysis 101. But the one thing I really like about doing it this way, I don't have to sit and write down a fucking beer history.
Exactly. Yeah.
We could write our own. We could all have our own homework.
dick, but I'll have to sit here and listen to you read that sometimes 10 minutes.
Oh,
Fuck you,
oh,
Redbeard.
Wow.
oh,
Red-
Shut up,
Redbeard, you're a
Redbeard.
piece of
Christ,
shit.
it's part of the
How
show,
much
for
effort
fuck's
I
sakes.
put into these fucking beer histories.
What a mean motherfucker.
And you know what? It's always like the fucking macro beers.
Listen,
that have the
Nick rides his
longest-
bike. He rides his bike.
Red-
He
Red
takes a
Beard just
power
said
dump
we're
and he
off.
reads a fucking 10-minute long paragraph, 10-minute-long story.
Yeah, how long do I fucking write these histories for? Like,
Yeah.
Jesus, let him go, Redbeard. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
God, Redbeard, what
let
a
it go
dick.
like the last
God
trade
damn.
you had. All right, I gotta
Hit
go.
your bong one more time.
Now next life has no purpose. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, it's
All right, I'm gonna end this broadcast. Fuck you,
Chris
Rick,
Peters
and
killed
peace.
those women.
Oh, you
Holy
killed
shit.
him with pickles.
Wow, that hero did. Woo.
Pickle juice everywhere.
He's flashing his penis.
I fixed
Not gonna hit.
Pickle juice and blood.
Have a good night, everybody.
It's like semen for a specific individual.
There it is.